Your brain is not your friend. Let's just get that out of the way. It's not some hyper-intelligent supercomputer working 24/7 to help you win at life. It's more like a paranoid caveman trapped in a modern world filled with emails, gaslighting, and almond milk. And the worst part? It means well. Because while you're trying to build a future, your brain is just trying to survive Tuesday. Here are all the fun, disturbing, and slightly illegal ways your brain ruins your life daily. Let's begin. Number 12, negativity bias. Your brain is hardwired to care more about the one bad thing than the 20 good ones. You could get a raise, a compliment, and a free croissant all in one morning. But if someone cuts you off in traffic and flips you off, congrats. Your entire day is ruined. Why? Because 200,000 years ago, our ancestors had to remember what killed them, not what made them smile. Unfortunately, we're not in the wild anymore. We're in suburbia. And the biggest threat isn't a saber-toothed tiger. It's Karen from accounting. But your brain? Still on edge. Still scanning for threats. Still convinced bad equals urgent. So while you try to meditate or journal or manifest peace, your brain's like, let's relive that awkward thing you said at a party from 7 years ago. Helpful, right? Number 11, the spotlight effect. Newsflash, no one's thinking about you as much as you think. That thing you said that you think ruined your reputation? Yeah, nobody remembers. They were too busy overthinking their own embarrassing moment. But your brain? It's convinced the world is your personal reality show, and every stumble is a trending clip. You trip on the sidewalk? Your brain. Welp, we're never walking in public again. And here's the sad punchline. Most people aren't watching you fail. They're watching themselves fail in HD. Number 10, confirmation bias. Once your brain decides something is true, it will only seek evidence to prove it. Not because it's smart, but because it's lazy. So if you think you're bad at relationships, your brain will highlight every awkward date and ignore every moment of connection. It's like being your own gaslighting lawyer. Objection, Your Honor. This happiness does not support my pre-approved narrative of doom. Your brain wants to be right, not happy, not accurate, just right. Which explains Twitter. Number 9, overthinking. Your brain is a blender without a lid. It spins the same 5 thoughts until your soul is pureed. You replay conversations, second-guess texts, and imagine every possible disaster, from mild embarrassment to catastrophic heartbreak, before you even leave the house. You're not indecisive. You're just running mental simulations at a rate that would fry NASA's computers. And worst of all, overthinking is your brain's idea of being productive. Like, hey, I didn't do the thing, but I've thought about doing it 2,000 times. So, progress? Yeah, sure, buddy. Number 8, emotional hijacking. Ever rage texted someone and then reread it later like it was written by a demon? That's your amygdala, the lizard part of your brain that hijacks the wheel anytime emotions spike. Your rational mind shows up like, hey, maybe we should take a deep breath. Too late. Bridge burned, feelings hurt, scene made. Your emotional brain is fast. Your thinking brain is slow, which is why your best comebacks arrive 3 hours after the argument ended. So the next time you feel your blood boiling, try this. Don't text, don't talk, just hide. Number 7, the sunk cost fallacy. Ever sat through a movie you hated because you already watched half of it? That's not loyalty. That's your brain being terrible with investment math. Your mind believes, I've already spent this much time or energy, so I can't walk away now. That's how people stay in dead-end jobs, toxic relationships, and 7-season Netflix shows that peaked in season 2. Because your brain equates quitting with losing. Even if quitting is the smartest move, congratulations, you're stuck with your brain as the CEO of a company that should have been shut down 5 years ago. Number 6, procrastination isn't laziness. It's mismanaged dopamine. Let's get this straight. You're not lazy. You just have a brain that's addicted to immediate rewards. Why finish that report when you could scroll TikTok, reorganize your Spotify playlists, or research if penguins have knees? Spoiler, they do. Your brain chases dopamine like it's a drug deal. Quick hits over long-term satisfaction, which is why you can spend 4 hours building the perfect to-do list and still do nothing on it. And the worst part, the more you procrastinate, the more you hate yourself, which gives your brain even more reason to avoid reality. It's not laziness, it's neurological sabotage with a side of guilt. Number 5, the comparison trap. Instagram didn't break you. Your brain just used it as a weapon. Because comparison isn't new, it's prehistoric. Back in the day, if you saw someone with more food or better abs, it meant they had better odds of surviving winter, so you paid attention. You compared. But now, you scroll through highlight reels of influencers with perfect lighting, airbrushed skin, and jawlines forged in Greek mythology. And your brain says, we're failures. Time to spiral. Even if you're doing okay, your brain keeps whispering, but someone else is doing it better, faster, prettier. And suddenly, your morning coffee feels like defeat. Number 4, memory is a liar. Your memory isn't a camera. It's a sketch artist who's drunk, dramatic, and holds grudges. Every time you recall a memory, you change it. You add details, delete others, rewrite entire scenes based on how you feel now, not what actually happened. But your brain? Oh, it insists. This is exactly how it happened. I was there. No, you weren't. Not like that. Which means some of your most painful regrets might not have happened the way you remember them. But try telling your brain that. It'll just gaslight you harder. Number 3. You believe your thoughts are you. Here's the scam. Your brain generates random thoughts all day long. Some brilliant, some stupid, some deeply concerning. But instead of watching those thoughts pass like clouds, you believe them. You attach to them. You think, why did I imagine pushing my boss into traffic? Instead of, the brain is brainstorming again. Weird. You are not your thoughts. But your brain, it forgets that and convinces you otherwise. Welcome to the identity crisis you didn't order. Number 2, you can't multitask. You're just switching really badly. Your brain pretends it can juggle 5 things at once: emails, music, texts, scrolling, Zoom, eating cereal. But what it's really doing is shifting attention back and forth like a malfunctioning light switch. And every time it switches, it drops something. Focus, accuracy, sanity. Multitasking is the art of doing many things poorly. So when you say you're good at multitasking, what you mean is, I've normalized cognitive chaos and pretend it's a skill. Number 1, your brain thinks you're still in the Stone Age. That's right, you in your hoodie and Wi-Fi are running 200,000-year-old software in a 2025 world. Your brain evolved to detect tigers, not passive-aggressive Slack messages. It was trained to survive starvation, not read calorie labels. And it was designed to find safety in tribes, which is why social rejection hits like physical pain. Because to your brain, getting ghosted by your crush equals being abandoned in the wild to be eaten by wolves. Modern life is an alien planet, and your brain is still using cave maps. No wonder everything feels like a threat. Understand this, your brain is a glitchy survival machine. And yet, you're still here, despite the overthinking. Despite the doom scrolling, despite the memory lies, the comparisons, the procrastination, the fake multitasking, and the prehistoric panic over unread messages, you made it this far, not because your brain helped, but because you learned how it hurts and worked around it. That's the cheat code. Awareness is power, and once you spot the patterns, you can break them, you can laugh at them, even weaponize them. Just don't believe everything your brain says, especially after midnight. And hey, if your brain just whispered, this was actually kinda good, tell it to do something about it. Drop a comment, like the video, share it with your crazy group chat that overthinks everything and remembers their 3rd grade embarrassment in HD. It might just help our brain feel a tiny bit validated. And who knows, hyping this video might be the one thing today your brain doesn't regret doing.